What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to start today. I'm going to show you guys how to do 4-axis toolpaths using your views. This is kind of a follow-up to the video I did before on work construction, tool planes and C-planes. What I've got here is I've got this part with a hex on one end and a set of holes. And kind of shown here how I'd fixtured in the 4th axis. If we look at our gnomon and our axes, you can see I've got 0 set on the end of the part here. I've also got, go to levels, representation of what the stock would look like. Obviously, you'd turn this up in the lathe before you'd fixture it in the mill. But we're going to focus on flats and the holes in this little lesson. So what I've done is I've went ahead and I've created a view for each one of these flats and each one of these holes. I went ahead and started a toolpath for each one. Just did the first hole and the first contour in the first hole. Obviously, if we look through and we go to our planes, this first flat is in the top view. If you look at it, so it's going to be all top. Just for a little demonstration, I'm going to do another one. But before you start, like I just did there, before you start chaining, if you look down here, you can see where down where my cursor is, we're still in all top views. Before you start, cancel out of that. What you can do is you can either go to your planes and you want to go to flat 2, or whichever flat you choose to go to next. You can do it that way, or you can use your right click, go G view named, and then flat 2. That's how I've got mine set up. I think it's how it's generically set up anyway in Mastercam. So now that we're at flat 2, now you can click contour or whatever type of toolpath you're trying to do. And we want to select this edge. I know it's not all the way up against the wall there, but I'll explain why that is here in a minute. So we've got a 5/8 bull end mill. 16 millimeter is pretty close for everybody uses metric. We've got a 31 thou corner radius. And my cut parameters, because this is if we analyze it, look over here. This is a 30 thou radius. I just put minus 30 thou on the wall compensation or the wall stop. And that makes it go all the way up against the wall there. I'm just doing two depth cuts. None of this other stuff's important. This is not about how to machine it. It's just how to actually create the tool path. If we go to our planes, you can see work coordinates is in the top. Tool planes flat 2, construction planes flat 2. And all this is, once you've created one type of, like I created that first contour, once you create the next one, everything should stay pretty much the same. So if you're doing all the same feature, like all these flats are the same distance from center, like a hex would be, you should just be able to get it set up the way you want on the first one, and then as you keep creating new ones, they should all be the same. So once you've created that, check to make sure your planes are correct, and just hit OK, and then you've got your next toolpath. So there's the first, there's the second. Let me turn all these axes off so it's not all over the screen. Another way you can do this too is just copy after. Now we got 3, we got 6 flats, so we want 6 total toolpaths. Alright, the first one and the second one are good. The third one we'll have to redo. The first thing we're going to do is go through and rechain all these. And if you're like me sometimes and you can get lost, what I'll do is go to levels, and I've numbered everything so I can keep up with it as I'm moving around the screen. So we're on flat 3, we know we want this flat. Go to our chains, rechain all, pick that edge, 4, rechain all, and so on. Let's see. Oh, I didn't want to open it. Chain all, and make sure you're rotating kind of like the direction that you want the part to rotate in. So the way I want it to rotate is how I've got it numbered. So depending on what machine you're on, it'll be and how you're looking at it down here. So it would be, we're rotating clockwise if you look at it from the left view. Now if I regenerate that is not going to be right. You got a big mess, and you don't want to try to run that because nothing good's going to happen. So 1 and 2 are good. 3, we need to change our views. So we're just going to come in here and select flat 3. Make sure the tool plane and construction plane match. Nice, right? Now we're going to go through and do the same for all these. This will be 4. This will be 5. Is that right? Yeah. And then this will be 6. Now if we select all of them, looks pretty good. Now we can back plot it and see what it looks like. All right, there you go. Now the way you can do this, just forget about the rest of these that I've done. I'll go ahead and let me get rid of them. Go back to our top view, Toolpath. We're going to go to Transform Toolpath at the top up here in our Utilities. I'm going to go to Rotate. For our work offset numbering, this is where things can get a little bit mixed up. Pretty sure, and I can't post this out because I can't say for definite, but you have to keep an eye. Tool plane and coordinate, that'll make a big difference. I think we just want to rotate our coordinates, I think. This is normally set up as default to be correct. I'm just going to leave this on automatic right now. We can force it to be all the same work coordinates. Rotation plane is going to be right. We have 6 flats, but we're going to include, we're going to keep the first one, so we want to rotate 5 times. And I'm going to go 60 and 60. I'm going to hit OK. And now if we backplot this, yeah, that's what I thought. We're supposed to do Toolplane. All right, that looks more correct. And you'll want to verify the code after you've done this too, that it's not doing something funny. I don't know why they've changed this. It used to default at Toolplane. Coordinates, if you were like in the top view and you wanted to rotate it, you had a part, if you're looking at it this way, and you did one flat from the face, and you just wanted to rotate that contour around the part that way, it would do it correctly that way. Let me do a brief example of that. So if we do, let's say, let's go to planes and say this is our work construction. Do all that. And we do contour. I'll pick that. Actually going the wrong way. Let's reverse the chain. Let's see, linking parameters. Put this back at 0. All right, let's see what that looks like. That is not right. There we go. Except I don't want that many depth cuts. Just turn that off for right now. Now, if we were to do it the other way, that's what I'm talking about. So now it would do coordinates is so when you're in the same view that you want to, is for when you're looking at a part in the view. And so you've got a bunch of different features around a circle or something like that. Hole pattern or something like that, but it's a special hole or something. All right, that's getting a little bit off topic there, but might be handy for somebody to learn. All right, so we've done that. That's 2 different ways to do that one. Holes. If you get a model and it's already got holes in it like this one, and you want an easy way to create views off of it, there's you go to model prep. I think they changed this when they introduced the model prep tab. They moved hole access to there. Older versions of Mastercam, it's in just the solids tab, but all the newer versions it's in this. If you select that, you can just pick a hole, pick the surface of the hole, and it'll create geometry on it. And that line's basically what you want. Always make sure the arrow's pointed in the direction that you're machining from, so towards the spindle. And then if you hit OK, it'll create geometry for you. And then you want to create a plane or a view from it. You want to use from entity normal. And then you want to pick the bottom of the line. And, you know, for rotary stuff, you want to keep it like this. It doesn't really matter. It's always going to go off your WCS as far as that goes. And then you want to always change these to zeros just so everything matches your top WCS. I don't think you have to do that, but I do it just to keep everything the same. All right, we're not going to create that. I've already created it, and we're going to undo that geometry. Holes are basically the same way. I've already done this one. That one's actually 30 degrees off. So you can copy and paste and do that one like I did, or you can, let's open all my hole geometry up. So if we do Toolpath drill, we pick, I'm going to hit P so it'll force it to select a point. And then again, I think all this stuff is set up from the last one. Let's see, planes. Oh, not the left. Let's see, I was still in my left construction tree. So when you're doing multi-axis toolpaths or multi-view toolpaths, you always want to make sure you're in the correct planes before you select. You want to change that back to top. This is hole 2. Make sure those match. And there you go. Or we can delete that. Escape. Come on now. Now we can go. Let's make sure I get back on my top work construction. Go back to transform. Make sure this is all correct. Now we want to go minus, because we're going to go the opposite direction. Minus 60. Depending on your equipment, if you wind up your rotaries, it might run into into travel or something like that. So I try to keep things going one way and the other. Plus I feel like it helps save a little bit of time. So now we've got all our, why did you go that way? Were these going the wrong way? They were. So I've got to change this one back to minus. So I was wrong. That's why I always back plot, so I can see what's going on. All right, that's the correct way. And we should be able to verify this. Actually simulate it. I don't want to stop. All right, that looks just like what we want. All right, I hope this gives you a little basic understanding of how to create a rotary toolpath. All right, in the next video, we're going to move on to this thingamajig that I created here, and we'll do some toolpath roughing it using the same things that I showed in this video, using your views. Like I was saying, you want to rough using 3+2 style toolpaths, and then we'll start going over a few basic 5-axis toolpaths. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.